In today's video, we're going to continue with this pedal and we're going to do our first mod. Now, you might see that I've drilled holes into the enclosure, so I'm a little bit ahead of myself, but that's okay. We are going to change out the diodes. And I know what you're thinking. Haven't you already done that mod in every other mod you do? And yes. And you might also be asking yourself, hey, don't you have anything else? You know, any other mods that you can bring? You mean, like, is that your one-trick pony thing? It is my one-trick pony. It's all I got. I'm waiting for you guys to give me some good ideas. I have no ideas. No, seriously, I do have an idea. We're going to do it a little bit different. Or at least I hope it's going to be different. I hope this is going to be fun. I have these switches here. And what I have on them are... I have diodes on them. One side, red LED. And on the other, I have a BAT 41. I know. I always use BAT 41. But in this case, it's because the red LED will clip in one way and the BAT will clip in another way. And I have two of them. And I'm going to switch both out for these. And I have wires going here. And if you look at the diode closely, it looks like this. And it has a mark across it like this. And in the pedal, they are sitting like this. If you've seen the other videos, you already know this. And that's how the clipping part of the circuit looks. And so when we put these in, both have a colored wire for the side that is marked as this. And I don't think you can see it, but it's this yellow wire. I mean, you can see the wire, but I don't think you can see the mark. And the way this thing is done, I'm going to show you. It's basically wired up like this. So one side have both of them marked like this, and then the yellow wire on that side as well. And that will let me then put them opposite, so that the yellow wire is always on that side, so that I can control which one of these two is clipping on which side. Does that make any sense? I hope it makes sense. If it doesn't, talk to me in the comments below, as always. It will hopefully make more sense when we look inside the pedal. Now, one of these is actually really easy to make. And as you can see, it's basically just a switch and some solder connections. And I just showed you basically how to solder it. But it becomes maybe a little bit more complicated for some of you when you have an LED. Because, as I just showed you, the diode has a circle around one side, but the LED, who is also a diode, doesn't have that. So here we have a picture that I quickly draw together to help you. The long leg on the LED is the plus, and the side that is not the mark is the plus. So that's the minus leg, and that's the minus leg, the short leg, and the marked side is the minus. So on this switch, if you want to do LED like me, you have to match those up. So now we can install these switches into these holes and just meet them up with the diodes that are already in. Let's do that real quickly and see what happens. Okay, so here we have the pedal and here we have the switch, and we just have to push it into this hole, and then we just need to put these little brackets on top of it, like so, and the little washer. And we'll just tighten everything down to the best of our ability. And we'll just finger tighten them first to make sure they're in. And then we can go back and tighten them down for real. So just something like that. And then we take the next one and we just line everything up neatly. And there you can see them on the inside, and everything looks the way it is supposed to. Okay, so I got the diodes out, and it took a little bit longer than I care to admit, but I actually came up with a smart way to get in there, and that was I took a nail, a regular one that you hammer into the wall, and I am not sure if you can see what I did, but basically I took the very, very edge of it, the very tip, the sharpest point, and I just made a tiny little hook. I don't know if you can see it, but I can very easy come in here and just lift off the parts. So I heated them up and I lifted them up. And now we can start attaching these wires, and it's going to be easy. Hopefully it will also be easy for me to show you what I'm doing. But since I've color coded everything and I know that where the line on the PCB is where I want the yellow wire to go, it should theoretically be pretty easy to just hold these wires that I've already cut to length up to where I want them to go and solder them in place. So the first one goes there, and then, because I don't want my fingers in the way, I'm going to take the green one of the second one first. So just add a little bit of solder, clean the tip, and just trying to melt everything together like so. And then we can take the second. I'm actually going to take this one first. You have to solder everything in a way where you can get to it, basically. So always think about that. So just because you solder one thing first doesn't mean you don't need to jump around and solder other things in place. And I know my hands are in the way, but hopefully you still get something from this. I wish I had a smart way of filming this so that my hands weren't in the way. But hopefully you can see now. And I'm gonna point with something. So this one's yellow wire is connected over there where the mark is. And I hope you can see. And its blue one is over there. I mean green. And the same way here, but the yellow is over there. And so now, if I turn this over, we have two switches here, and when it's down like this, it's going to be the LEDs. No, it's not. This is going to be the LEDs, and that's going to be the bats. So I'm going to have to write something, because I'm not going to be able to keep track of that. I think I have a white marker. I do. Because they flip the other way. So if you look at the switch, so when that goes there, that's the bat. So I'm going to write a B here. And there, it's the B. So it's down here. And that means that's the L, and this is the L. We'll just have L for LED. So, something like that. When I'm done with this pedal, and I've decided that, hey, I don't want to do any more mods to it, it's done, I'm thinking that I'm gonna design a really nice enclosure for it. But anyway, so if I flip this down and I flip this up, we have the LEDs. So the B's, and I mean I could turn this around, which would probably be the smartest thing to do. I thought about this the wrong way around, clearly. Silly of me. Yes. But anyway, it doesn't really matter at this stage. That's easy to fix. So here it is. It's looking good. I know the back is still, but as I just said, I'm gonna repaint this and make it look really nice once I'm done with all the mods I want to do to this, because I don't know what mods I want to do. I'm hoping you guys will talk to me. Maybe there is something in the circuit if we look at the schematic. For example, maybe I should add 2 more knobs or something. I mean, maybe in the end I might have to switch this out. I have this really cool thing. I think I showed you this, guys, a while back, but I have this thing that I found somewhere. Still haven't used it for anything, so maybe in the end we'll have to switch it over to this, for example. If you're new here and you haven't seen the 2 other videos before this one, I suggest you look at them. They're going to be linked in the description below. And also the kit is going to be linked in the description below. This is a series where I'm trying to get you guys to join in and also build these pedals and also mod them and share with me so I can share with everyone else, and that we can just get this modding thing going, because I know a lot of you want to build pedals and mod pedals and you all want to start somewhere. I made a video at some point, don't really even remember when, but it wasn't that long ago, where I said how I think you should start making pedals. And in that video I talked about like getting a pedal kit and building the pedal kit and listening to the pedal kit and then changing things in the pedal kit. And that's sort of the thing that we're doing, and I kind of want to do that thing with you. And for that to be possible, I think we need to be building the same pedal and the same kit so that we know what we're talking about. Because if someone writes a comment below saying, hey, I bought this flanger, for example, from a music store that I don't even know what it is, and they're talking about changing something and I don't know what that really is, I don't know what to say. But if we have the same kit and I'm saying like, oh, you need to take a look at the resistor that is at R3, then you can all look there and see what that is. And it will be easier to communicate with each other. And I hope that you guys will also communicate with each other. Like, I don't know everything there is to know about pedals. I hope I'm not coming across as some sort of like pedal expert or something like that. I'm just a guy doing experiments. And you guys know, some of you know a lot more than me. So, yeah. Let's go and listen to this now, because I don't really have anything more to say. It's already been said in all the other videos, and they'll be linked below if you're new here. If you're not new here, let's go and listen to this, and let's see what happens if we mess around with these a little bit. And yeah, that's the end of this video. Thanks so much for watching, and don't forget to stay awesome and cool. And if you want to go get this kit, build it, play it, mod it with me, it's gonna be a lot of fun. I look forward to seeing what all of you guys are coming up with. So, until next time, bye! Okay, so I'm back real quickly here because things didn't go as I planned for them to go. And I can't really explain what happened, or, I mean, I can explain what happened, but I don't actually really know why what happened. Yeah, here's the pedal, and here are the two switches, just as you saw when I left to make the demo. What happened was I plugged it in, and I didn't get any noise, and I raised the volume on the pedal, and smoke started to show up. And yeah, you probably know what that means. I burned the volume pot, the 50K, and yeah, I tried a bunch of things to figure out what went wrong, and I couldn't really, I don't know why. So what I did was, because I felt like there has to be, you know, either the LED or the bat, and my conclusion was that it most likely wasn't the bat, it was the LED. So this thing that I showed you, I changed it out. So instead of having two diodes on each side, but one diode being an LED diode, I changed it back to the original one that it came with. So if you look at the control layout now, the B stands for bat and L stands for the original ones, and not for LED. So when you listen to the pedal now, that's the way it is. And I actually don't think there is any real difference between the way they sound. I thought there would be something, but I can't really tell that much. I think the bats make it a little bit fuller and a little bit fatter sort of distortion, while the other one is a little bit thinner, but it's very, very, very little. I also had to replace the volume pot. Obviously, I burned it up, so I had to replace it. So, I don't know. I can't really tell you what happened. I don't know if you would just not have the switches and just put in LED, if they would burn up the volume pot, or what would happen if you go that way, but I'm not going to have the LEDs in it because the problems went away when I replaced the volume pot and when I replaced the LEDs for the original diodes that the kit came with. I just wanted to put that in there because I I want to be honest with you guys if I change things, and especially if something goes horribly wrong and I burn parts. I don't want you guys to do that too. This is not a mod I'm going to recommend. I'm going to upload this video anyway because I think that is important to show when things are not going the way you want them to go. But I don't really see the point in this, to be honest. Yeah, the switches don't do that much, or if they do something, it's so little that it's not really worth the effort, or at least I think so. If you hear a great deal of difference in the demo that I'm going to play you now, please let me know in the comments below. And if this seems like something you want to do, go ahead, but maybe stay clear of the LEDs. And yeah, I don't know. That's all I have to say, really. Again, stay awesome and cool. And yeah, I'm gonna go watch a movie. And if you're also having a bad day, I'm not having a bad day, but you know, if I feel like it's time to relax, so I'm gonna go watch a movie. So if, yeah, maybe you should also stay awesome and cool and go and watch a movie. And I'll hopefully see you in the next video. If you have any fun mods or any suggestions of what you think I should do with this, talk to me in the comments below, because now we have 2 switches mounted to this, and I don't really feel like they are doing much, but we could maybe make them do something else. You do have the schematics if you have the kit, or if you just open the website. Anyway, yes, that's kind of it for this video. I'm rambling now, so bye bye.